ডিগ্রি সম্পর্কিত 188টি প্রশ্নের আমরা সমাধান দেব প্রায় 200-র কাছে বিগত সকল পরীক্ষার এবং একাডেমিক অ্যাডমিশন জব প্রিপারেশনের জন্য যেগুলো গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। There is much to be said on both sides. Positive. There is much to be said on both sides. Positive. He learned to read and write quite late in his life. Prices for bicycle can run as high as Taka 2000. I can speak not as well as German, little, but as well as you do. I can speak German a little but not as well as you do. মানে তুমি যেরকম পারো সেরকম নয়। লাস্ট ইয়ার মতন earned twice as much as his brother. Staying in a hotel cost twice as much as renting a room in dormitory for a week. Although they are smaller, chipmunks are like most ground squirrel. Although we often use speed and velocity interchangeably in technical sense, always the same as velocity. No country is so big as Russia. No animal is so big as the blue hole. He is handsome, but he is not so handsome as his father. She is beautiful, but she is not so beautiful as her mother. You are as slow as a tortoise. Come on, walk faster. Arg my friend, you are as slow as tortoise. The meal did not cost as much as I expected. As he accepted the offer, late I had something to do. The meat did not cost as much as I expected. It had been estimated that as many as 100,000 men participated in the gold rush of 1988. If you can type as quickly as she can. Promita is taller as well as more beautiful than Labuni. They are singing as well as they could. The roots of the old tree spread out as much as 30 meters in all directions. She boasted that no other car could run as fast as her car. The hard-working girl earns twice as much as her half sister. The weather of Dhaka is as good as or better than that of Kathmandu. We are no more surprised than Rahman. We are as surprised as Rahman. Meaning the given sentence, which is correct sentence. Rahim is as tall as I. Which one is correct? He is as good as I. Choose the correct sentence. Bangladesh is like Vietnam. Choose the right sentence. The mobile set is almost same as mine. Corruption is one of the worst evils. Make it positive. Very few evils are as bad as corruption. Choose the right sentence. The mobile set is almost same as mine. Corruption is one of the worst evils. Dhaka is one of the largest cities in Bangladesh. Very few cities in Bangladesh are as big as Dhaka. So the correct comparative form sentence. Very few boys are as industrious as Jaman. Jaman is more industrious than most other boys. The comparative degree of the word bed, oats. The comparative form of far, farther. The comparative form of ill, oats. Comparative degree of the word prettiest, prettier. I found the oats condition. Here oats comparative. Which one is not the example of comparative? Highest. Which one is not an example of comparative degree? Mass. The latter chapter of the book are more interesting and informative. Which one is the example of comparative degree? More obedient. Which one is the correct sentence? He is taller than I. We will do our better. Work. We will do our work better. Later. Correct adjective having no comparative degree, top. The boat journey is safer than journey by road. Easier said than done. Your performance is worse than it was a month ago. The chain was stronger than we thought. Dhaka is larger than any other cities in Bangladesh. My data is weaker than both of you. The weather is much gloomier today than it was yesterday. The sun is very much easier. I feel much happier now. Honey is very sweet. The book is much better. My house is much more comfortable than any other. The situation is graver than ever. John is colder than Rahim. Of the two evils, choose the less. Comparative, Russell is the smaller of the two boys. Although Lima is younger than her sister, Lima is the taller of the two. He is the better of the two. You will have to choose the lesser of the two evils. Dhaka is the larger than any other city in Bangladesh. The more she worked, the less she achieved. The harder she tried, the worse she performed. এটা ইনস্ট্রুমেন্টাল দিই এখানে the less you worry, the better. The more he read, the less he understood. He is taller of the two. He feels comparatively better today. Find out the incorrect used comparatively. Computer has revolutionized office, produced more than any machine of modern time. Any other machine. Today is sunnier than yesterday. Children are wiser than their elders. Her wiser in comparative degree. She is younger than she looks. It was more expensive than I thought. She is older than her brother. Although Molly is younger than her sister, Molly is the tallest of the two. Mr. Bashir is less willing to cooperate than his attitude suggests. Crystal's luck could have been worse than Pearl. The bag is slightly heavier than the other. She looks much younger than she is. Mr. Bashir is less willing to cooperate than his attitude suggests. Crystal's luck could have been worse than Pearl. This bag is slightly heavier than the other. She looks much younger than she is. Microscopes make small things appear they really are. The more we solved mathematical problem, the more we feel shaky. The more humidity reading rise, the worse the heat affect us. It right? Is hot way is your job better than mine? The less said about this, the better. The more expensive hotel, the better the service. His job is more important than his friends. Mr. The Radisson is more expensive than other restaurants. This pen is inferior to your pen. He is superior to me in all respect. He is taller than I. My sister is junior to me by 4 years. I am senior to him in point of length. Answer A. I am senior to him in point of length. Of the two boys, Latif is more intelligent. The older you get, the more difficult it becomes to find a job. The greater the demand, the higher the price. As far as the hard disk is concerned, the bigger the better. The young you read, the easier it is to learn. Of the books, the Greenhorn is the cheapest. This one is the better of the two. Africa is better than Europe. He can sing better than anybody in his family. A comedy is funnier than an action movie. The more money you earn, the more greedy for money you become. The singer fame rested on breadth of his range, which was greater than that of the weather today is worse than the weather yesterday. Sheila is one of the most superstitious people know. On Friday, she refused to leave the home. The Disney amusement park in Japan, larger than the ones in my students' sleepless nights became more frequent as the final approached. The more you practice speaking, the better you will do. The longer I live here, the more I like it. The higher is the contest of carbon dioxide in the air, the more heat it rather. The more we looked at the piece of modern art, the more we liked it. The larger a drop of water, the higher its freezing temperature. Which one is the correct sentence? He is more good than bad. The more she worked, the less she achieved. Uh, the richer, the more friends he gets. The more electricity you use, the higher your bill will be. The greater the number of bacteria attacking the system, the sooner treatment must be begun. The curriculum at the public school is as good as or are better than that of any private school. The facilities of the older hospital are as good as or better than those of the new hospital. Their office consisted of 3 rooms, largest of which was used as conference room. Select the correct comparative form of the sentence. A string of pearls were bright than her teeth were brighter than a string of pearls. What is the comparative form of Alom is the best boy in the class? Alom is better than any other boy in the class. Select the correct sentence. Her teeth are brighter than a string falls of stone. What is the comparative form of Alam is the best boy in the class? Alam is better than any other boy in the class. This is the correct sentence. The patient is much better today. Mina has been suffering from fever for 2 months. Is better today. Is better hobe. So the comparative form of the sentence. A fox is not cleverer than him. This is the correct sentence. Dina is taller than anyone of her. The more he gets, the more he wants. Choose the correct sentence. I have more mistakes than he. Choose the incorrect sentence. Who is the best of the 2 boys? Choose the correct sentence. The more you read, the more you learn. This is the wiser plan of the 2. Which of the following is correct? He is better today. Correct sentence. I feel better today. Correct sentence. Perhaps this is the most unique solution to your problem. This is the right sentence. My fan is more costly than yours. Correct sentence. Who is more beautiful of the 2 girls? Which of the following is incorrect? He is better than mine. The superlative degree of the wardable ableist. Which is the superlative degree of bad? Worst. Superlative degree of costly, costliest. Careful, most careful. Difficult, most difficult. Easy, easiest. Superlative degree of good, best. Further. Comparative degree of far, further. Superlative degree of furthest. Which one is superlative degree of little? Least. Late, last. Superlative last. Superlative degree of uppermost. Worst. Which one is superlative degree? Worst. Bus is the least get around. Expensive way to get around. The soldier least expensive of all. Nature is the best physician. His wife is the worst cook in the world. He is the tallest in the class. I have ever known. He drives much more carefully. The headmaster is wisest person in the village. Which one is correct? He is the best of all. The rose is the loveliest of all flowers. Nearest, where is the nearest post office? He is the worst boy in the class. I thought that was the last one. The prettiest one of all. It is the most popular city of the country. This book is so exciting, I can hardly wait to get to the last chapter. Rajshahi is one of the largest cities. This novel is one of the worst of this author. Rahim is one of the most superstitious people I know. The correct sentence: she is the tallest girl in the class. Tahsin is one of the happiest children in the class. Which one is the superlative beauty? The rose is the finest of all flowers. Which one of the following is not correct? Hugest. Which is the correct? He reached the extreme point. Which one is the correct sentence? He is a perfect judge. Following sentence correct. He is a perfect gentleman. He has supreme power. Correct sentence: supreme power এটা এমনি superlative, supreme অটা এমনিতেই superlative, ব্যতিক্রম. Following sentence correct. This is a unique opportunity. This is a unique case. Unique শব্দটা নিজেই superlative.